Safety starts here. You've probably heard this phrase a few times by now. Besides starting every activity with a focus on safety, maintaining that awareness throughout the job is critical to working safe. This is a skill known as situational awareness. Good situational awareness is what helps you stay ready to react to your changing outside environment. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Just be aware of your surroundings. How hard can that be? Just do it. But like all things human, when we get comfortable, it's easy to let awareness slide. Typically, you make it out unharmed, but on the railroad, you don't want to leave your fate to luck. Recognizing the warning signs for when situational awareness has been lost is just as important as being aware, and can even save your life. The 4 warning signs to look out for are: ambiguity, a lack of clear, concise knowledge about a situation. For example, when you ask your kids what they learned at school and they say, "Nothing," that's ambiguity. Fixation, to be preoccupied, caught up in a task, like when you're so focused on striking a nail with a hammer that you hit your thumb. Complacency, a comfortable feeling you have performing your duties, a feeling so strong it causes you to become oblivious to potential hazards or outcomes. This is like being on autopilot. You're doing the same old. Distraction, anything that can take your mind away from the primary focus of attention, like when an important football game is on during Sunday dinner. Sure, it's easy to know what the warning signs of lost situational awareness are, but recognizing them in the moment takes practice and patience. The following stories are real-life examples of how situational awareness can be compromised and how serious the consequences can be.
It was my first day working with a new team, and we met early for a job briefing before heading out to the tracks. I was ready to get to work, but man, was my RWIC talking fast. I couldn't understand a word of what he was saying. I tried to look at what the other guys were writing, but that wasn't any help. So I grabbed the RWIC before we headed off to work. I asked him for the details I missed, and he took the time to make sure I understood everything. He was glad I spoke up and didn't get out there without understanding all the info. Safety starts here.
So I'm out there on the track, operating my regulator. I'm moving right along, until a knock. I looked up to see JR in my red zone measuring gauge. Dude was so caught up in what he was doing, he didn't even know I was there. After honking a few times and yelling his name to get his attention, I end up having to stop the whole line. I get out of the cab and walk up to him. A quick tap on the shoulder, and he finally wakes up. I talk to him about being more aware. We gotta look out for each other. He moves on, and I am back in my machine moving the line forward. Safety starts here.
I've been a railroader for about 25 years, and I've gotten really good at what I do. It's all second nature to me. One day, I was operating my machine when a spike got jammed. Man, I hate when that happens. So I go to unjam the spike. I get up and get out of the cab. I'll just reach in quick. What's the worst that can happen? Locking out takes too long, and I don't want to hold up the line. I'm about to reach for that spike when Mason pops his head out of the cab, holding the lock and tag. I don't know what I was thinking. It's never right to take a shortcut. I'm glad that Mason was looking out for me and reminding me to take the safe course. Safety really does start here.
It was the end of a long hitch, and was I ready to get home? Just a quick 2-hour drive and I'm there. But as soon as I got driving, my phone started blowing up. It was hard to focus on the road knowing I had so many texts. Thankfully, there was a wide shoulder ahead, so I pulled over and put my truck into park. I was scrolling through my messages when I heard a horn blow. I looked up, and in the mirror, I saw an angry driver behind me. That's weird. I'm not even on the road. Oh, man. I'm one of those drivers now. But I set my phone down and turned it to silent. My focus was on the road the rest of the way home. Safety really starts with me.
How quickly a normal day on the job can go wrong because of ambiguity, fixation, complacency, and distraction. These 4 warning signs tell you something isn't right. So as you begin each day, take a minute to assess your situation. How do you feel? Are you ready to work with full focus? Be honest with yourself and with others. If you notice yourself losing awareness, stop, rebrief, and collect your thoughts. And if you see a coworker displaying these warning signs, say something. Situational awareness is about helping you see the bad things coming in time to change the outcome. Safety starts here.